Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the hidden stories within the corporate world. And today we're looking at Damon Incorporated's latest 8K filing, which outlines some pretty interesting moves. Let's dive in. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from these corporate documents, make sure you are subscribed. And if you want to connect with other viewers and discuss these findings, we have a Discord community linked in the description below. So what is this filing all about? Well, Damon Incorporated is reporting a significant transaction, a major sale of one of their subsidiaries. Think of it like a company selling off a smaller part of their business to focus on other things. This is a common move to streamline operations or raise cash. The main story here is the sale of Graffiti UK, a subsidiary that Damon Incorporated owned. They entered into a share purchase agreement, which is just a fancy name for a contract to sell this part of their business. The buyer is Graffiti LLC, and the deal was finalized on the 28th of November 2025. So what did they sell? They sold all the shares, meaning they completely let go of this part of their company. Now let's talk numbers. The purchase price for these shares was about $117,931. That might not sound like a huge number for a whole company, but importantly, this was not paid in cash. Instead, the buyer and Damon Incorporated agreed to use a set-off. Imagine Damon Incorporated or Graffiti UK owed the buyer money from some other deal. That debt was then used to pay for this purchase. It is like saying, instead of giving you cash, you can forget about the money you owe me. This means Graffiti UK is no longer a part of Damon Incorporated. Beyond the big sale, there is another notable event. A director, Miss Melanie Figueroa, resigned from the board. The filing states this resignation was not due to any disagreements about the company's operations or practices. This can happen for many reasons: a change in personal priorities, a new venture, or even just wanting to step down. Now, for something quite interesting outside of the sale of Graffiti UK, Damon Incorporated also announced on the 21st of November that their intellectual property or IP portfolio has been valued at a substantial $1.4 million. This IP includes things like patents that protect their inventions trade, secrets, the special knowledge that makes their business unique, and trademarks, which are their brand names. This valuation was done by a firm called Forlinks Technologies. It is important to note that this is a valuation based on various methods, looking at how much it cost to create these assets, how much they might be worth in the market, and how much future income they could generate. Valuations like these are often commissioned to understand the true worth of a company's assets, especially its intangible ones like patents and brands. The filing also mentions that more detailed financial information about this sale will be provided later in an amendment. Pro forma financial statements essentially show how the company's finances would look after a specific event like this sale has happened. This is where we'll get a clearer picture of the financial impact. While we don't have the full detailed financials for this specific transaction in this report, we can infer that the sale of Graffiti UK might be a strategic move to focus on Damon Incorporated's core assets, especially given the significant valuation of their intellectual property. The company is clearly investing in and valuing its innovation. The fact that they chose to offset the purchase price rather than take cash might suggest various things. Maybe they have other pressing needs for liquid cash, or perhaps it simplifies the transaction. Now, looking at Damon Incorporated's situation, we see a company that is actively managing its business portfolio by divesting a subsidiary. This is not necessarily a sign of weakness, but rather a potential sign of strategic refocusing, possibly towards their more valuable intellectual property assets. The $171.4 million IP valuation is a significant number that could be a key driver for their future growth. However, risks always exist, as mentioned in their risk factors section. Without the detailed financial statements from the amendment, we can only speculate on the immediate financial impact of the Graffiti UK sale, but the overall strategy appears geared towards leveraging their technological strengths. Alright, that is our breakdown of Damon Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these moves and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.